Imagine this, the three wise men. After finally arriving at Bethlehem, seeing baby Jesus and giving their gifts, they don't stop. They just keep going. No return trip, no Herod, no mission accomplished. Just infinite road trip mode. What happens next? Would they pass into history as the first of the long-range explorers, or accidentally rewrite the map of the old world? Let's find out. So the story goes. In the original account of it, these magi, or wise men from the east, follow a mysterious star that takes them to Jesus' manger. They offer gold, frankincense, and myrrh, then go away. End of story. But what if, having bestowed their gifts, they gazed at each other and said to themselves, let's find out where the star wants to go. Next, this small tweak might have had enormous ripple effects. Because these weren't just a bunch of random travelers, they were scholar, astronomers, or perhaps early scientists, early sky mappers, pattern decoders of nature long before telescopes or GPS came around. First, let's talk logistics. Ancient travelers didn't have Google Maps or cushy sandals, and if they kept walking west from Bethlehem, they'd eventually wash up on the Mediterranean coast. Then what? Option 1. They make or sign on to a ship. Option 2. They just keep walking on foot through lands no person from their people had even recorded. If they took to the sea, they might have reached Greece or Egypt or even Rome. Imagine three scholars from the east arriving in the belly of the Roman Empire, insisting they have pursued a cosmic light to a divine child. The Romans were suckers for a prophecy. They could have recorded it, argued about it, or possibly constructed temples to honor it. Boom, early Christianity is out there decades sooner than in our world, carried not by apostles, but rather by roaming astronomers. Well, things get even weirder if they just decided to walk instead. It is almost certain that the wise Elman came from Persia or Babylon, not mythical kings, but astrologers. If they had continued to walk in a westerly and northwesterly direction, they would have crossed Anatolia, modern Turkey, and got to Europe on foot. Suddenly, you'd have Persian scientists hundreds of years ago showing up and doing their math, astronomy, medicine for pre-Roman tribes who witnessed it. Imagine the technology exchange. Europeans could have learned algebra 800 years before they omitted it. Even wilder, if they had somehow continued to follow that star as a metaphor for a journey. They could have been the first scientific expedition in history, a roaming think tank with camels and cosmic curiosity. But you can't go cosmic again, new readers advised him. What if that star was not an actual light, but something like an uncommon planetary alignment? In 07 BCE, in fact, Jupiter and Saturn lined up in the sky. Some historians believe that could have been the Star of Bethlehem. If the wise men had followed it until you could follow it no more, they would have been pursuing a moving celestial pattern around the world until it disappeared. Picture the exact moment when it finally disappeared. They'd stop, look up, see the light they had followed for months now, maybe even years, was no longer there. And then, perhaps they would come to know what their quest had truly meant, that the light was not in the sky anymore. It was here, on Earth, in the new world of ideas and faith and discovery that they and their kind had helped spark. That's poetic, right? The first scientists finding something above science. And so, if the wise men kept walking, they wouldn't just become legends from a single story. They'd become the founders of humanity's greatest adventure, curiosity. Their endless journey could have connected ancient civilizations, accelerated science, and reshaped how humanity saw the universe. Maybe their real gift wasn't gold or frankincense, but the idea that the search for knowledge should never stop. If you enjoyed wandering through history's biggest what if, hit that like button. It helps more curious minds find us. Comment where you think the wise men would have ended up: Rome, Greece, or maybe somewhere no one's ever thought of. And don't forget to subscribe for more strange, smart, and cosmic what ifs, because who knows, the next journey might just start with a single question. Thanks for watching and for keeping your curiosity alive. The world's full of mysteries, both ancient and scientific, and sometimes all it takes is asking one weird question to see things differently. So keep wondering, keep exploring, and remember, the wise men might have stopped walking, but your curiosity doesn't have to. I'll see you in the next what if. Until then, keep looking up.